tubers. Oh, a little bit under the weather today. Really nasty cold coming on. Anyway, so what do we got here today? Something that probably a lot of you have never seen before. This is an upright Maytag. Basically the first Maytag engines that were built. This one was built somewhere around 1918 or 1919. The serial number on this unit is, I'm just gonna see if I can find it here. There it is for you. The light doesn't get in the way. 66031. The serial numbers were stamped on the flywheels, and I guess the problem would be that if you change the flywheel, you'd lose the serial number. So that would be unfortunate, but luckily we have the right flywheel on here. These are fairly rare engines. There really aren't many of them around. If there are, I sure haven't seen them, nor have many other people. Not only is this a fairly rare engine, what makes it even more rare than you might think is this carburetor right here. This carburetor is called the Type F carburetor. Now, don't ask me what the difference is between the Type F or the Type E, or the B, or C for I guess there's all the letters in the up to F, I suppose. I'm not too sure, but what the differences are between them all, I'm not too sure. I've seen some obvious differences, but anyway, there's your air adjust. This is your fuel valve, comes down here to your pickup line, and in here is your fuel pickup. This is also your gas tank. The fill for the gas tank is right here. Yeah, so not only do we have a rare Maytag engine, we have a even rarer Maytag rare engine because we have the Type F carburetor. What can I tell you about it? Well, what did they use these on? I guess washing machines. Yes, I think they called it a multi-motor. Washing machines, things like that. Oh, it also has a Champion. Let's see if you get a picture of that in there. Champion X spark plug. It's a two-piece unit. It's got a separate insulator and body. No fins broken, which is not easy to come by. Not a single fin broken on it. Some people call these a hit and miss. I guess you could call them a hit and miss because it is a hit and miss. And what happens is you have this piece right here. It's a fiber piece that doesn't. You have no conductivity between this fiber piece, this round fiber piece, and the zoom out, and the block, the negative. Oh, we'll just call it your block. So what happens is when this flywheel is spinning quickly, this would be out here and not able to contact anything, and then when it slowed down enough, it would swipe right past that brass plate right there, and as it swipes past that, it completes the circuit. I'll tell you what the circuit is in a second, but needless to say, that's a little brass patch right there on this circular fiber commutator, they call it. Colors: dark green. Probably on here it shows up as black on the camera, but it's dark green. There's not a lot of paint left, but there is some. The base, obviously red. You can make that out. Your Maytag decal would have been right there. It's no longer there. This, I imagine, would have bolted to another base, or something of the like. It's your drain for your fuel tank. Let me think. This is plugged off. If this was not plugged off, there would be a primer cup there, just for adding a little bit of fuel to your cylinder to get it started quickly, instead of having to spin your flywheel and sucking fuel up out of the fuel tank. Probably would have had a pulley over here, I imagine. had an allowance for a crank start. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to try to sharpen that picture up. There you go. It's a tapered cut in the end of this flywheel, and so your crank handle would engage into this, and once it started it would disengage itself because it's tapered there. So that's how that would work. Okay, let me think. What else haven't I talked about here? This body is brass. I just kind of wiped all the crud off of this cap here. Something is missing here, I think, and I think there's probably supposed to be a spring in there. If anyone knows, please let me know. But I'd say there's probably supposed to be a spring that holds this little, it's kind of a little umbrella-shaped valve. If anyone knows more about that, let me know. That'd be great. This other, we already talked about this, but this is your air adjust. There should be a rod coming off of this, and then you would just basically twist this rod, and that would adjust your air mixture. I don't know why it needs a rod. It probably doesn't. I can just turn it by hand. Pretty easy enough, but let me see. What else? What else? What else? The bolts. I don't know. Somebody was telling me on a forum that these are supposed to be crown top. I don't know if they're supposed to be square or if they're supposed to be hex the way they are. These are hex, and there is a bit of a crown to them. So I don't know if they're supposed to be or not. Kind of clean this one up. So if somebody wanted to look at it, they could. I'll just sharpen that picture. It's like that. The bolts that hold the cylinder on, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me because there's a slot on the top of the bolt. Obviously, you can't get at that slot with a screwdriver, so it makes me think that they don't belong there. You know, maybe they belong here, and these ones belong up there. Don't know. Would have come with probably a pancake style muffler, so we'll have to source one of those out. What do you think? Should be a grease cup here, a fitting, and then a grease cup attached to right there to grease the crank there. No fins are broken, all intact, all in one piece. Let me think. Connecting rod, I would say, you know, just based on that little bit of movement there, that it needs a bushing for the wrist pin, and there's a bit of up and down play, so I'm guessing it also needs a bushing for the crank. And that's about it. Anyway, pretty exciting find. I've never seen one like this. I've seen lots of other Maytags, but not one like this. And probably spend a fair amount of time on this one, and have it as the probably as the winter project. I just wanted to give you guys a little look at it today, and if anyone has any information on it, that'd be fantastic. Talk to the tours.